Es hieß, er ist von da reingekommen. Eben, dann hätte er auf der anderen Seite gestanden. Weil der Wagen stand in die Richtung von der Kitagi-Menschen. Und auf der Seite stand Eldun und auf der anderen Seite stand Noodle. For remembering something quite well. Sure took you a while to tell us. Thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice. What about that sign? Could that be important? Very important. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells are kidnapped up to IBU's cafeteria. Some apply to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. Do we remember the sign of the point? It said noodle. So, wie Christian auch schon richtig outpointete. Das kann nicht sein. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle. Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler, I'll give you that. Klingt ein wenig wie Praise, wenn du mich fragst. It read, without a doubt, noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Well, let's take a look at our map, shall we? So, you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand, and to carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldunes. Inconceivable. I'm certain it was definitely noodle for sure, positive. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle. And he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Aber was bedeutet das denn dann so insgesamt? Dass alles andersrum war? Mr. Justice, show us the spot. The witness actually viewed... Ey, ich war noch nicht fertig mit lesen. The stand from this location. The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. Achso, das bedeutet, dass wir alle in einer Simulation leben, natürlich. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. You got me. Objection! So what? So what? What does it matter if we saw the killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes everything, Apollo. Trucy? Remember his testimony from before. Though, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts, at which point the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. Yeah, that's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right? Oh, aber wenn er auf der anderen Seite gestanden habe, dann hätte er aus dem Nudelwagen herausgeschossen werden müssen, oder nicht? Right, but if Mr. Stickler was standing in the north side of the park, dann hätte der ja nach oben geguckt. Oder zumindest so in die Richtung. Und dann hätte er irgendwie von hier jemand schießen müssen. That reverses the whole scenario. Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, the bullet would have to hit his left temple. Oh. In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right.
So, now that we know that Mr. Stigler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning.
Indeed, you are absolutely correct, Fräulein. What meaning?
The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? While the right side of the victim's head is north.
North? But that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself.
Yeah.
Genau, es müsste eigentlich Ace 24 Trucy Wright heißen.
Order, order, order.
Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. Oh. Clarify one point for me if you would have, forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer. Hier, Christian hat auch meinen Namen gefunden. No, please, look aside. I'm really a nice guy. My friends say so.
Let's hear what the defense has to say.
What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? Accused of another crime. Ich bin nämlich ziemlich sicher mittlerweile, dass der die Panties gestohlen hat. I don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer. He's not innocent either. But is he? Nochmal. I don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why. Now. Ich weigere mich zu glauben, dass dieser Typ Freunde hat. Das wollte ich gerade auch sagen. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Her forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate her Stickler's silence.
Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder. Your reason? The court's all ears.
I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime? The evidence is this.
What is that? Women's underwear? My goodness, I have to look away.
Hey, those are mine. Don't look at me like that. Ein Gentleman, ein Gelehrter.
Order, order, order! Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes in a shock,
it's not what it seems. My Pythagoras theorem, I swear. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Maractus Clinic garage.
uh-huh!
Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree.
Please hear me out. It's not what it looks like.
Okay.
Order, order, order. Mr. Stickler, we should be ashamed. It's not what it seems. So are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments? Perhaps you are not aware that my school's name was originally written IV? I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiant, see?
Your point?
I'm not done. Now I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting. And what greater challenge to science than the mystery?
Objection. Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here.
No, you do not understand. The mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. A full-sized car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed.
A tire?
Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties.
Ach, hatte eine von ihren Shows gesehen.
But that's not all. First there was the tire, then the stew pot, and the frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar. Huh? He's talking about my magic panties trick.
I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics.
A broom and a frozen chicken, true, see? Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits?
Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick. You say...
Er ist echt nicht der Hellste. Das würde ich auch unterschreiben.
You say panties, but they are so much more than that. For me, they are an object for serious study.
I wonder, there has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you?
I am sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze,
Jetzt redet er schon wieder so schnell. Den Almarini. Was hat er jetzt alles gesagt? Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, I thought maybe this would be the pair that would elucidate the mystery. Even that night, as she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps this is the night that I will seize the truth that lies within those panties. Yet woe was I, for once again the lazy, hard-patterned truth slipped through my fingers.
Still, there's one thing unexplained.
Guter Songtext. Ja. Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact in the north.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that?
Be my guest, Herr Forehead. Ich wollte gerade sagen, dass er dann durch diesen Eingang reingegangen ist, aber das kann ja eigentlich auch nicht sein, weil dann wäre er genau da gewesen, wo das passiert ist. Aber er ist ja eher hier irgendwo gewesen, oder? Oder ist er doch von hier rein, weil er als nächstes die Panties von Dings geklaut hat. Ist dann vielleicht hier irgendwie nach links gelaufen. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? Apollo, there's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a...
Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location?
Ja, aber ich würde das Diagramm ja jetzt gerne nochmal sehen. Wie ein Haar im Mund. Ich würde auch sagen, die andere Unterhose hatte. Das ist das Einzige, was mir gerade einfällt, weil ich glaube, da war ein Mülleimer auf der Seite und da wurde die ja drin gefunden. The evidence that shows why he lied is this.
What, more panties?
How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, bare forehead? These are the last, honest. These were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood.
Mr. Stickler, you didn't.
Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties.
So, these panties are your handiwork as well.
That night, I had been chased, hounded into the miraculous clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt?
Believe me, I'd rather not.
I hid in the garage for a short while. In abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on a clothesline by a giant midge. A giant pair of panties.
Apparently he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob.
I had them saved in my pocket, ready to take home, when I stumbled upon a murder.
The murder of Dr. Maractus.
I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me?
That's when you disposed of the bloomers?
Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne.
A fascinating if disturbing tale. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close, and I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial.
One last thing, if I might.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin.
Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely that the defendant, Walkie Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime, and he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Walkie Kitaki has a clear motive.
Indeed, the defendant, Walkie Kitaki, is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else on the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution.
Yeah, baby. No problem.
Well, very well. This brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned.
To be continued. June 16, 2:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of the trial alive.
Really? I had fun. And Wonky made it through the day too.
Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case.
But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly.
Yeah.
The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance.
Hi, folks. I'll be here all week.
That's about enough of him.
Hello? Miss Diallo. Thank you for today. The trial went well.
Oh, right. No problem.
Do you think Walkie will be okay?
Well, he's not guilty yet.
Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month.
Oh, congratulations. Way to put the pressure on a guy.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Marriage. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family?
I'm fine with it, and I love Walkie with all my heart.
Kommt schon wieder einer rein hier.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So it doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob?
I don't think so.
My parents are against it, of course.
Yeah, no wonder.
Say, where did you and Walkie first meet anyway?
Good question. Miss Yellow doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections.
Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Office romance.
She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? The Kitakis.
Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business?
Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster?
He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks.
I wonder if this explains that apron. I can't imagine Walkie going along with that.
He's highly motivated, isn't he?
That's not the word I would have used, but okay, sure.
He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world.
That's not the way I would have put it.
His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaki family has been making a killing recently.
Again, not the way I would have put it.
But Walkie says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Oh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever classic what about the family business thing going. Usually it's the father worried about tradition.
But this time it's the other way around. Walkie's operation. Can I ask you a question about Walkie? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus.
Apparently, yes.
I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my OP something bad, dude. And then he just let me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in and get another dog to patch me up again.
Yes, it sounded horrible. Walkie has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid.
I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved.
Mr. Gavins was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake, but it's even scarier when he tries to hide it.
I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit.
I should be getting home now. Walkie's in your hands, Mr. Justice.
Right. Leave it to me.
Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous.
Sorry, I'm new at this, okay?
It's all right. I believe in you.
Okay, hier ist niemand. Wie oft will die Frau da noch über den Zaun kommen? Ist auch niemand. Hier ist niemand. Ja, wie besuche ich die Klinik denn? Kann ich hier den Eingang untersuchen? The front entrance to the Maractus Clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Wait. My hairdo's a little flat. There, perfect. A police car is parked in front of the Maractus Clinic. It's empty. The police must be inside investigating. The blue tarp Mr. Eldoon used to cover his noodle stand. Robbed of its purpose, it blows in the wind. Alone. Guy Eldoon's dog doesn't look too lively. They say dogs and their owners resemble each other. I guess there are exceptions. Mr. Eldoon's house has seen better days. And I'm betting I've eaten better noodles. There's a handwritten sign here, save the light. It's hard to make out the sign in the shade from the clinic next door. An oil drum for catching rainwater. Ugh, a flock of crows just flew over it. That's gross. Their aim was uncanny, almost as if they'd been practicing here a long time. Ugh. This must be his business sign. It reads new. Maybe that's how the kids are spelling new these days. Another failed attempt at hipster marketing. Die Nudeln werden immer schmackhafter, echt. Würde ich auch sagen. Ja, hier ist jetzt irgendwie auch nichts. Hä, wo soll ich denn dann hin? Vielleicht jetzt mal ins Detention Center? Oh, da ist was.
Looks like Rocky's out for questioning.
I really need to talk to him. I guess we'll come back later.
Excuse me.
Yes?
The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir.
The other... Ah, you mean the panty snatcher? Wesley Sticker. So they arrested him too? Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I hope I don't regret this. He's a valuable witness. He is a bit precious, I'll give him that.
Please keep this brief if you want. I'm quite busy.
Oh, nicht er. Schon wieder.
I need to finish this paper. Yeah, it's you.
Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you.
Very well, as long as there are few.
Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Aber ich glaube, es ist gleich 11. Dann würde ich hier jetzt mal für heute pausieren. Und dann können wir uns voll darauf freuen, dass wir nächste Woche damit anfangen, diesen Lauch hier noch mehr labern zu hören. Genau, das war genau die Reaktion, auf die ich gehofft hatte. Tja, ich bin ja mal gespannt. Noch habe ich keine Ahnung, wo das jetzt hier wirklich hinführt. Oder wer überhaupt jetzt hier der Täter sein soll und wieso und wie das alles funktioniert haben soll. Langsam frage ich mich, ob jemand aus dem Nudelstand heraus geschossen hat. Ja, wenn es stimmt, dass Stickler wirklich gerufen hat und das Opfer halt den Kopf nach rechts gedreht hat, dann wäre die rechte Seite vom Kopf Richtung Inneres vom Nudelstand. Das würde aber immer noch die Frage aufwerfen, warum zur Hölle hat der Doktor überhaupt diesen Nudelstand durch den Park gezogen? Das ist vielleicht die Frage, die wir uns überhaupt erstmal stellen sollten. Wieso der Nudelstand? Wieso? Mal sehen. Aber jetzt erstmal gute Nacht und dann bis nächste Woche.